Hello YouTube, this is Thursday on Starting Out Solitary, and I am your sub-host, Wisps and Whimsy, coming to you from my front porch with my wonderful dog sitting over on the other side of my mom. So if I have to ditch this video, that's because he decided to come over and try to eat my apple. So, our topic this week is Mabon, and one of my favorite things about this time of year is the apple harvest. I don't know about you, but I just love apples. I'm so excited that it's time for apple crisp and apple cobbler and apple pie and apple cider. Oh my goodness, apple cider. As was said, Tara, I think, said it earlier this week, Mabon is actually not a harvest festival in the sense of a historic presence. The god Mabon, or Modron, and I believe I've read somewhere that Modron could have been Mabon's father. It's, as with many Celtic things and Anglo-Saxon deities, it's a little bit... Sorry, my dog tried to get in there and eat that apple, so I had to shoo him. But as with many Celtic and Anglo-Saxon deities, things can get very muddled very quickly, especially if this is not something you're an expert on, and I am most certainly not. So, suffice to say, my understanding is that this is not a historical connection, and it's definitely been something people talk about. I personally use Mabon and autumn equinox interchangeably, because I feel that both of those words have meaning for me. Both of those terms have meaning for me. And so Mabon is just a very lyrical feeling and sounding term for me. So I still like it. But anyway, I think that's a personal preference and depends on whether it's important to you that you use one that is historically significant or traditionally significant. So as I said before, apples can be a large part of Mabon celebrations. I've seen several listings for apple rituals and apple spells. I know many people use apple sauce and cinnamon to create spell stars. So those are different ways that you can use apples. I also use apples as a decoration around this time of year because it does have significance to me with the holiday, and because of the apple harvest, it's something that, at least around here, it's a big deal, and so it's an easy connection to make and kind of helps me get into that mental mode of this season. So much for being able to make a video without my dogs trying to eat my apple. See the dog? He really, really wants the apple. So this time of year, Samhain is the witches' New Year, and Mabon is considered the witches' Thanksgiving. And I feel that this time of year, I feel a shift. And as I said, by November, everything's off the tree. All the leaves are off the trees. Everything has been gathered in. The fields are bare and feeling very dead. And so this time of year feels more to me like the harvest time. It's appropriate for festivals like Harvest Home festivals and celebrations. And so it's this time of year that I feel would be appropriate for an actual Thanksgiving harvest, Thanksgiving celebration and holiday. So to me that just makes sense despite our tradition of Thanksgiving in November. I also feel like this is the time of year when my mind and my spirit are making this shift. This feels like the most magical time of the year to me. I feel more connected with my witchiness. And it may seem silly, but at the same time, that's just how it feels to me. I feel more connected. I feel more engaged. I feel more myself. Fall has always felt that way to me. And since I've taken a pagan path, it just feels even more so. And I think this is a good preparation for approaching Samhain. This season is important in its own right, because I know we all get excited about Samhain and Halloween decorations and preparations and planning, but Mabon is a really important time for us to stop and rest and appreciate the harvest of our, all of these things. It's a lot like Lammas that way, in this feeling of gratitude, in this feeling of abundance, and this need for reflection in preparation. Whereas I think Samhain is reflection and indrawing in, not in preparation, but engaging. And that may just be me. I may be completely off base with that, but that's how it feels to me. That we are, at Mabon, we're preparing for that, and at Samhain, we are enacting it. So, anyway, I am very sorry that you had to put up with me rolling an apple around for the last few minutes. And sorry that my dogs were misbehaving and trying to get in on the action, but I hope that I shared something interesting to you. So if I did, if there was something that struck your fancy, or if maybe you completely disagree with me and think I'm crazy, please comment below and let me know, because I always enjoy learning from y'all, and it's wonderful to have that feedback and just to see how other people are thinking. So with that in mind, I hope you had a blessed autumnal equinox, or Mabon, whichever you choose to call it, and I hope you have a wonderful end to your week. Blessings.